There's no need for the massive confusion about Jesus' view of the future. I want to comment briefly, if I may, on Luke 19, verses 41 and following. Jesus there approached Jerusalem and he wept over it. He was so saddened that they had not responded to his messianic gospel of the kingdom preaching. And in 43, he says, "The days are coming when your enemies will throw up a barricade against you and surround you and hem you in on every side, and they will level you to the ground," or raise you to the ground. That's Old English, but level you to the ground, "and your children within you, and they will not leave in you one stone upon another, because you did not recognize the time of your visitation." It may very well be that Luke has deliberately spoken there of the AD 70 event, whereas in Luke 21, he envisages, as in Matthew 24 and Mark 13, a future destruction of Jerusalem. Let me tell you why. In Luke 21, verse 31, Jesus gives the parable of the fig tree. These are the signs by which we can tell that the parousia, the 1 second coming of Jesus, is about to come. And Luke 21:31, he says, when you see all these things, just as in the same way you see the approach of summer because the leaves are appearing on the fig tree, in that very same way, when you see all the things that he's outlined there, you will know, this is Luke 21:31, that the kingdom of God is about to come. Now, that is not a so-called invisible kingdom in your heart. That didn't begin in 70 AD. It's not a reference to AD 70 at all. He's talking there about the future coming of the kingdom. He'd mentioned it already in the episode of the Passover when he said, "I will no longer or never again eat of this bread or drink of this wine until the kingdom of God comes." The kingdom of God there in Luke 21:31 is that future kingdom to be inaugurated at the second coming. So Luke 21, indeed, I think is talking about that future coming of the kingdom and an abomination of desolation preceding it. So let's say then that Luke 19:41 and so on deliberately speaks of the AD 70 event clearly. And it's not then the same episode entirely as Luke 21.